Okay. Well, good morning. My name is Carolina Garcia. I'm the marketing manager at HandCloud. Thank you everyone for being part of our webinar. We know that artificial intelligence is currently a trending topic, but besides that, how can we actually apply artificial intelligence in a business context? Well, our expert, Juan Carvajal, who has extensive experience in ServiceNow, is going to talk about this and more. How are you, Juan?
Hello, Carol. Good morning. Very good. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you. Please go ahead, Juan.
Excellent. Very much. Good morning to all of you. My name is Juan Jose Carvajal. I'm a pre-sale consultant here in HandCloud, and I'm certified as a system administrator for ServiceNow, as well as IT service management and discovery implementer. Fortunately, this is my sixth year here in HandCloud, so I am very excited to share with you the topic that we have prepared for artificial intelligence. So for those who don't know us, we are HandCloud. We are a ServiceNow elite partner with 140 consultants specialized in ServiceNow and 147 certification, as well as 14 pre-sales specialists like me and account executives that help us to be business partners with you. And over 6 years and more than 400 projects executed, we have become one of the key partners for ServiceNow, obtaining the America's Partner Award in 2021, as well as the first HR service delivery implementation for Latin America, and the first Center of Excellence and Innovation also in Latin America. Today's topic is how we can accelerate the digital business revolution within ServiceNow artificial intelligence. And while we know that technology is a key enabler for this, people are central to success and innovation. That's why Now Intelligence empowers creativity, productivity, and innovation with technology that makes work safer, faster, easier, and more delightful. So how we can take advantage of this transformation opportunity? There are certain key points that allow us to start with this journey. The first is the proliferation of data, which we refer to the data we store, all the information with the context of our business, which we will be feeding, cleaning, and training. Second point is the increase in processing power, taking advantage of the cloud resource that the Now platform has. All the data processing will require a large amount of computational effort. So this is where having a cloud platform like ServiceNow justifies the investment instead of acquiring all this processing on site. And finally, the application of machine learning, training the artificial intelligence with our business context so that it can understand the language in a natural way and be able to deliver accurate predictions and recommendations. One of the key points to apply it in the self-service is to find the right content. So artificial intelligence search reduces by half the time it takes to find it. And what we have seen is that only 20% of companies are using artificial intelligence technology in some core or large scale process. Right now, they are 3 times more likely to conduct at least 80% of customer interactions digitally, so artificial intelligence is a perfect fit for these interactions. In this increasing digitalized world, ServiceNow has stood out as the ideal partner to maximize our business value. With new artificial intelligence features, we are revolutionizing the way companies work and enable efficient coordination of work in different areas, boosting productivity and accelerating the automation. Up next, we'll take a look at this engagement that ServiceNow has included as part of the latest Utah release with artificial intelligence search, process and workforce optimization, document intelligence, and a very big area of opportunity that is ServiceNow impact that will allow us to accelerate this digital revolution hand in hand with a team of experts. So let's see the first topic. AI search is the new default search experience within ServiceNow, making it easier for service delivery teams to find the information they need to solve issues faster. As workplace technologies continues to evolve, customer-grade self-service is becoming a common customer expectation. User needs to be able to find answers fast, and agents are no exception. AI search offers a robust, intelligent search capability that makes it easier for service delivery workers to find the information they need to resolve the issues faster. Search results can be narrowed by source and then further using dynamic filters, and the display order can also be changed using multiple sort options. AI search also includes additional advanced features like autocomplete suggestions, typo handling, and exact match, which allows users to go directly to a record and bypass the search of a result page. The results are faster. The search result goes from 10.3 seconds to only 2.3 seconds, and the search are almost 3 times more relevant than before. Some improvements have been made within the Sync search engine with easier configuration and integration, query rules for personalization, linguistic support for different languages, data analysis specific to the searches performed, configuration of synonyms and keywords according to our business vocabulary and relevance that is powered by the machine learning for continuous improvement and the identity of the search results. Here, we can see from the perspective of an end user how they can find everything from the self-service portal, and the relevant content is shown as the main result. And also for our agents, when we receive a new incident and we search for similar incidents or let's see open incidents, we can identify if we have a major problem, if we are having an impact with multiple users, and how we can optimize these teams to solve these problems. And talking about optimizing, process optimization is an in-platform process mining solution that helps organizations maximize process performance. Previously, this was only available with IT service management and customer service management, but this is now available across the majority of the solutions. When we want to maximize the output from our processes, we need to identify underlying bottlenecks and issues. Often, this needs visibility into how flows from one state to another. Some organizations use third-party tools, but this approach creates silos where data from various platforms needs to be moved back and forth between these silos, resulting in inclusive and confusing findings. As a result, organizations that want to generate the maximum output from the process struggle to make improvements, where that means uncovering efficiencies in processes or removing bottlenecks in problematic processes. It becomes challenging without the visibility into how work is actually flowing. Process optimization creates a business process flow from the data in audit traits, allowing in-depth analysis of business process to improve outcomes. The data from underlying tables and audit logs serves as the endpoint for capability. The process owner can define the nodes to generate the process is generated. It's easy to see where the bottlenecks are. Process owner can simply click into the map to go into on the flow. Let's say, for example, that the process owner finds that the overall resolution time has been impacted by the hardware support team that has been having trouble closing issues lately. The process owner can drill into where the issue started and what potentially triggered the issue. Now that the process owner can simply generate an improvement initiative, and once that improvement is made, the overall resolution time will also improve. So let's see an example for that. Let's look at a manager's view. Sometimes we want to review incident process to improve the overall customer satisfaction score. Let's our process design in hand. Our goal is to improve API for the average incident resolution time. And for this, we connect to the analytics to derive the root cause and the anomalies observed in the incident process. So our objective is to minimize the spikes observed over the last few months and improve the percentage of the incident resolved on the first call. In this case, we see that the platform has come with improvement opportunities. We're going to click in the incidents and waiting color card to review more details. In the analysis workbench, we can review the detail of the incident flow with applying various filters, and that way we can do the bottleneck analysis. So here we see our process diagram. We're going to reduce the number of connections so we can center in one of these state flows. And as part of the filters, we see that around 4,000 needs are coming from email, which is not a useful source as the company is looking to push users for increasing the self-service and using the employee portal to report the issues. So we're going to apply this filter for the example and look at the awaiting color state. So we're going to open the cluster analysis view. And from the cluster analysis, we see that a lot of incidents that the team has handled were around managers, call centers, department changes. There are things that can be easily be automated and set up as the self-service on the employee portal. So we're going to generate an improvement initiative and the integration with continual improvement management with the process optimization workflow help us to make the continual improvement as routine as clocking in. With this integration, we will have the power to constantly optimize the process, increasing the efficiency, and as a result, improving the customer service and the customer satisfaction. Process owner needs help finding all the automation opportunities. They need to go and evaluate if a process or a state is the right candidate for automation and providing a workflow to track the opportunities and benefits achieved. So automated or not automated, we want to have that decision based on the machine learning approach from the managers. And with so much work happening on the ServiceNow platform, we want to give business the ability to optimize their workforce within the ServiceNow so that they can maximize their service performance. Workforce optimization gives managers the ability to monitor demand in real time, scale agent work shifts, report on historical performance trends, and improve the quality of their team's work all in one workspace. This was also previously only available with IT service management and customer service management, but now it's available across the majority of the solutions. The leaders of the service delivery teams wants to maximize their team's outcome by managing the team's workload, schedule, and performance. However, it's challenging for managers to find the bandwidth and the capacity to pay attention to each individual employee or to track the endless list of variables that can impact in the company's productivity and revenue. The burden of managing a rapidly growing workforce can quickly become overwhelming and get out of control. This can lead to suboptimal services, dissatisfied workforce, and poor end user satisfaction. Business needs a simple and scalable way to automate the collection and compiling of the information, such as workload, backlogs, schedules, performance, coaching needs, etc., into a simple dashboard so that managers can make informed decisions. With so much of the work getting done within ServiceNow, we want to enable organizations to be able to manage their workforce efficiently within the platform. So the answer to this problem is workforce optimization. Up next, we are going to see an example of how this is done in the platform. So let's continue looking at our manager. We want to manage our team from a single unified workspace. So for that, we log in the manager workspace. And the first thing that we see in the homepage are important KPIs that are related to our teamwork. We observe that the mean time to resolve is trending upwards, and the overall organization level and the customer satisfaction score is trending downwards. So we are interested in understanding how our team is contributing to these trends. So in this flow, we will take the role of an IT operations manager responsible for assigning any work items based on skill, availability, and capacity using a calendar interface available under the work scale model. So we can work with one or many teams, and we can manage queues containing both short work duration work items, like incidents or interactions, as well as long duration work items that take multiple days, like tasks, requests, changes or problems. These teams can also be agents from the IT service desk, analysts from operations, or also engineers of level 3 or level 4 support. So here we can see how the best agent is recommended based on those skills and the availability that we have. So now that the process optimization is also integrated with workforce optimization, it is easier for managers to deliver some insights from and within the manager workspace. By providing embedded insights, we are most actionable, then the companies will have a quicker time to value in fixing inefficiencies. For deeper analysis, the managers can also collaborate with the process analysts and investigate the root causes. Here in our team, we observed that Lakshmi analyst has a significant higher average handling time and quality than the rest of the team. Her mean time to resolve for handling P3s and P4s is more than for P1s. So this requires the manager to review the Lakshmi's performance and the skill proficiency levels. So when we click in the Lakshmi profiles, we are provided with additional information about this rising mean time to resolve. Along with Lakshmi KPIs, we have a summary of the skills, the work schedule, the tasks, upcoming PTOs, assigning training, her teammates, and any other groups she may belong to. When we click in the coaching module, we review various data charts. We observe that within the top assigned skill, the Lakshmi's team has exceptionally low coverage on the 2023 Porsche skill. So this gives us an immediate insight into our resolution to address these skill gaps for the team members. And when we click in the skill tab, within a single window, we can view the different skills assigned to the team members and which proficient levels they are in. We can now add new skills to all the team members based on here, the assessment and the analysis of the KPIs. So the next application to talk is document intelligence. This is an intuitive and flexible application designed for business that process high and variable documents that change over time. So it enables the accelerate of structured and semi-structured documents extraction to integrate it into large automated workflows. Extracting vital information from documents, it's a manual, time-consuming, and often it's error-prone process. So this challenge is particularly felt by business that must process a large volume of documents across multiple departments on a daily basis. So the customer needs a fast and no-wait code to extract relevant information from documents, long tables, and checkbox information. We need to efficiently utilize the data trapped in document types such as PDF and scan paper in documents so we can digitalize the workflow and can act on the insights and the information. So document intelligence accelerates the document processing of structured and semi-structured documents across any organization and any industry. It is native to the Now platform and it's both intuitive and flexible. With its AI-first design, it reduces the processing time, minimizes the data entry error, and is resilient to the change over time. Through the continual learning fueled by the user feedback, the models learn in real time. This dramatically increase in the accuracy over time. A new engagement means that the users can large amount of information from tables and abstract the check information. So document intelligence also delivers a better user experience for process owners to set up, configure, and monitor the processing solutions. So we are going to see also an example on a use case for document intelligence. The first thing that we are seeing are a couple of indicators for document intelligence usage, as well as the document intelligence value. And we are going to create a new task definition for the use case that we are going to present. So in this list, we're going to create a new record. And we are going to use an example for a purchase order. So when we open that record, we are going to also associate it to a table that we will use to extract the field values. So in this case, we are going to refer to the purchase order table, and we are going to see that record. And now what we are going to do is to create all the fields that we are going to extract. We are going to start with the data issued of the purchase order. So we are going to add that field and submit it. And we will do the same for a couple of additional fields, like the purchase order number, the customer name, the zip code, and the total amount. Once we have these definitions and all these fields, we are going to create our first task. So in this task, we're going to attach the document that we will use for the training. So we will use the first PDF template that we have. And when the training is completed and we look at that task definition and go into the task again to open it into document intelligence, we can see all the fields that we defined as well as the document. So now we can complete the values and on what part of the document they are. So we can complete in this first example the data issue of the purchase order. What is the purchase order number, the customer name, the zip code, and the total amount. All this information is going to be used for the model so it can train and know what values and how each of the fields are expected. So here we have that task completed for training. And to make this faster, we're going to see two additional examples that are already complete with this solution. So here we are going to open the second example for the purchase order. And in this second example, since the model is already trained, we can see that it adds a couple of suggestions of the fields that we are expecting. So here we can see that it extracted the issue date of the purchase order. Also, the number was correct, the customer name, even the zip code when this is from another country it extracted that correctly. And also for the price that we can see that that is on the second page of the PDF. It also was able to find that on the large table. And to look at the third example that we have, this third purchase order, we can see that all the fields are already completed. We have the checkbox that is correct, that is the expected value. So here we can also review once again all the information that was extracted from the document with the customer name, the zip code, and even the total price was correct from the last value that we have on the table. And once we finish with all this training with different examples of documents, what we can do on these definitions is to enable the processing. There's going to be also a threshold in case all the values are upper than this threshold is going to be successful for the processing. So once we have that enabled, and we create, in this case, a purchase order record. That is the table that we related. Here we are going to create then a new purchase order. And once we add the attachment of the PDF, since we already did all the training, once we save the record and it starts to run the processing, all the fields are going to be completed automatically. So here we can see the date issued for the PO number, the customer name, the zip code, and the total amount that was extracted correctly from the PDF that we attached to the purchase order. So now for our last topic, let's talk about a relative new product and service offered by ServiceNow. So the piece of innovation is accelerating, and companies are struggling to adopt innovation at the same pace to reach their desired outcomes. This creates a value gap between the customer's vision and their outcomes. So to help our customer to close this value gap, ServiceNow created a product called ServiceNow Impact. So what is ServiceNow Impact? It's a first of its kind value accelerator solution built on the Node platform to basically help realize value faster from the ServiceNow investment. It provides proactive insights, prescriptive guidance, tailored training, and AI-driven recommendation. And it also includes a premium technical support and preventive tools. To help our customers to realize value faster, ServiceNow Impact provides three main things. First, personalized guidance that is specific to your business needs and meets your where you are in your maturity. Second, it captures, measures, and accelerates value to drive your desired business outcome in the shortest time possible. And third, it amplifies your team's ServiceNow talent so you can deploy innovative technologies that drives exponential value. When we and all these stakeholders log into ServiceNow Impact, we'll see a personalized view of the objectives and metrics that are directly tied to our role. We are continuing to innovate at the personal level, and we are introducing new features based on these roles for the user release. For the user release, new features and enhancement in ServiceNow Impact are focused on three main areas. The first one is new additions to the Impact Accelerator catalog. The second is enhanced proactive and preventive tools. And the last one is more relevant insights and recommendations to improve the adoption and increase value. So for the Impact Accelerator catalog, this is a menu of fixed scope, bite-sized offerings that give you access to the right experts at the right time to get value quick. Two new impact accelerators give your C-suite a better visibility into the organization digital transformation journey. The first one is the introduction to CXO dashboards. This accelerator reveals the art of the possible with C-suite dashboards, along with our demo in the Now and Now instance. And the Jumpstart to CIO dashboard accelerator gives you guidance and tips for the implementation of the CIO dashboard application, along with the opportunity to see what it will look like using a temporary instance with a copy of your data. So the customers are being made aware of the power of the ServiceNow homegrown C-suite dashboard, but we are often unsure on how to get started in achieving the same thing. So these new accelerators helps a customer to build their own control tower dashboards to help manage their business and drive a successful business outcome. Next, there are also two new accelerators for the platform owners that can help you unlock additional value from the software that you already own. Both accelerators also include personalized recommendations from the Impact Squad to help you improve product adoption and maturity more efficiently to drive the desired business outcome. So the first one is the ITSM maturity assessment. This assessment provides a standard mechanism to assess and recommend improvements for the product adoption and maturity. We'll ask you to fill a questionnaire and use this input to feed into a calculated product adoption and maturity score, along with recommendation from a standard library aligned to your specific results. And the second is the Jumpstart Your Success dashboard. This is for IT service management and HR service delivery that provides you guidance and tips to implement the success dashboard application, along also with the opportunity to see what it will look like using a temporary instance with a copy of your data. And monitoring and reporting on the instance health, it's a critical part of a standard business cadence for platform owners. So the instance observer is our instance monitoring solution that allows the platform owners to monitor the health and the instance in just one place. There are a couple of enhancements into the reporting capabilities for the instance observer and additional performance data that gives you even more insights in the visibility of your overall instance health. A new centralized reporting tab in the instance observer contains three additional reports for the daily performance metrics, the performance trends, and the database growth, as well as enhancement alert capabilities that includes SMS, third-party integration, ServiceNow workflows, and email options. And in addition, there are also new datasets that will be available, including the history disk length, the node memory max, and standby replica lag. And finally, the product adoption roadmap is a new feature that allows you and your impact squad to create a phase roadmap for implementing your product capabilities, aligning this capability with the business objectives. The customers want to have a recommendation plan for how the capabilities will achieve their business outcomes. So we might have purchased many ServiceNow products, but we are uncertain to which order they should be implemented in. So the product adoption roadmap allows the customers and the ServiceNow squad team to organize the capabilities in a roadmap in a phase one, phase two, and phase three approach, aligning each capability with a business objective to clearly outline the recommendation journey for adoption. To finish, I would like that we take away the following key points. As we saw, the artificial intelligence is becoming the focal point for all digital solutions. It's becoming the search engine for the platform, using it for the root cause analysis and understanding where the problems come from and how our business should solve it. And the most important, the context of learning and understanding. As we saw with the process data mining, how the intelligence is evolving in the ways that it behaves. The second, the optimization now allows to evaluate the process in most of these ServiceNow products. So the understanding where the bottlenecks are and how we can streamline this interaction. And in this sense of agility, we also save a lot of time that consumers to extract the data in documents that are repetitive tasks that we can automate. And finally, in the HandCloud, we're also committed to provide the relationship as business partners, hand in hand with ServiceNow expert in this digital revolution, allowing the acceleration and above all, providing the governance and the visibility needed for the platform that allow us to exploit the full potential of the different solutions in your business. Thank you very much for your time. I hope that the information that we show you has been of value. And we open also the panorama and the view on how we can start this digital revolution in conjunction with the artificial intelligence. Thank you very much. We're going to move into the question and answer in space that you can also send us through the chat in case you have any comments or questions that you would like to review.
Thank you, Juan. We have two questions. The first one is there any prerequisite to be able to use process optimization?
Correct. That is a very good question. In order to do the process optimization, we need to use the predictive intelligence component of ServiceNow. So we will need to check the type of license that you have to make sure that that is enabled. And the second thing will be the data, as we mentioned. All that business context is very important. So a good number is around 5,000 records. So we can train the solution and so it can identify on what state transition we have our process or bottlenecks. So this will be the two things. We need predictive intelligence and we need to have accurate data set that we can use for the training.
Okay, thank you. The next question is what kind of license is required to use these applications?
That's a very good question. So the first application that we show for AI search that is available in all the environments. We don't need any type of special license. That is free and can be active with no problems. For the rest of the things that we showed, process optimization, workforce optimization, and document intelligence, that requires a professional or an enterprise subscription. So we'll need to be on that type of license.
Okay, and we have another question is how can I enable impact indicators?
That is also a very good question. Since all the accelerators for impact are going to be just for your business and especially tied for you, we need to do that together with ServiceNow. So for all those that are interested in starting this journey and enable these accelerators for ServiceNow impact, you can contact us and we will help you on that path through the roadmap, aligning the capabilities to each of your business objectives, and that will be also hand in hand with ServiceNow experts.
Okay, thank you, Juan. Well, if
Sorry.
there are no further questions, we can conclude our webinar. And we really appreciate your attendance. We will share the recording with you, and if you need more information, please contact us and we will happy to help you. I'm gonna write my email here in the chat. If you want to schedule a meeting or you have any question, please contact me. Okay,
Sure.
here it is. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a excellent day.
Excellent. Thank you
Thank you,
very
Juan.
much to all. Thank you for the time. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.